Привет всем! Добро пожаловать на уроки русского языка с Антониной. Сегодня мы поговорим с вами о сравнительной степени. Hi guys, and welcome to Russian classes with Antonina, Russian with passion. Today we will talk about Russian comparative. Сравнительная степень. There are two forms of Russian comparative. Simple forms and compound forms. First, let's talk about the simple form, the simple comparative. If the stem ends in these letters M, N, R, P, B, M, V, то мы добавляем суффикс «е». Then we add the suffix «е», double «е». So we take an adjective in its initial form, drop the ending, and put the suffix «е». Быстрый, быстрее. Длинный or длинная, as in this case, the feminine form, длиннее. Светлое, this is a neutral form of the adjective светлый. Drop the ending, светлее. Грубый, here грубые, the plural form, грубее. As you can see, everywhere we just add the suffix «е». And by the way, notice that in most cases, the stress in the comparative form falls on the first «е» within the suffix. Быстрый, быстрее. Длинная, длиннее. Светлое, светлее. Грубые, грубее. However, if the word has 3 syllables or more, then the stress stays fixed. Красивее. Красивый. 3 syllables. Красивее. Приятный, приятнее. Интересный, интереснее. And so on. Otherwise, we add the suffix «е». Mostly here, the word stem ends in «г», «к», «х», «т», «д». Notice that within these words, typical consonant mutation takes place. Do you know what it is? Consonants mutate when the words change a little bit in Russian. If you do not understand what it is, I should make a separate video about it. There are certain rules which help you remember when some consonants should change into other. Anyway, let's take a look at the examples. Большой, больше. Big, bigger. Легкий, легче. Light, lighter. Easy, easier. Редкий, реже. Узкий, уже. Narrow, narrower. Богатый, богаче. Rich, richer. Сладкий, слаще. Sweet, sweeter. You should notice that in some words the letter K is dropped. Редкий, реже, близкий, ближе. The adverbs много и мало have the comparative forms of более and менее. So более and менее are adverbs, while больше and меньше are adjectives derived from большой and маленький. And let's compare Старше and старее. They are derived from the adjective старый. However, старее is connected with older people, elderly people, retired people, and so on. Or it can be used about objects. And старше is the same as senior or elder. There are some irregular forms, of course, in Russian, which you need to memorize as they are. Some of these, by the way, might be memorized too. It will be easier. But the ones I want you to memorize really well are хороший, хорошо, лучше, the comparative form is лучше, better. Плохой, плохо, the comparative form is хуже. By the way, this form, the simple form, the simple comparative, is not used with some adjectives. Here we deal with the adjectives which have the suffix sk, like дружеский, friendly, критический, critical, and the adjectives which have the suffix ов, ев. Деловой, businesslike, боевой, warlike. And there are some more adjectives. Take a look at the list right now. Now, as for the usage of the simple comparative, I should point out that it is used more. So it is more common in Russian to use simple comparative rather than compound comparative. More common. It is not declined, so the form doesn't change. And it is used as a predicate following the subject, most commonly. Эта книга интереснее. This book is more interesting. Саша выше своей сестры. Sasha is higher than his friend. Or Sasha is higher than her friend, because Sasha can be a name for a girl or a boy. Он написал письмо длиннее моего. Here, длиннее is used as a qualifying word. He has written or he wrote a letter longer than mine. We describe the letter. Usually with comparisons, we use the word чем, than, or sometimes нежели. However, with simple comparative, we can drop the word чем or нежели. Take a look at the examples, read them and translate them. Сестра красивее, чем брат. The sister is more beautiful than the brother. Сосна выше, чем береза. The pine tree is higher than the birch. Сергей умнее, чем его коллеги. Сергей is smarter than his colleagues. Сегодня теплее, чем вчера. Today it is warmer than yesterday. Today is warmer. Here we can drop, in most cases, the word чем. And in this case, we should change the word after, the noun which goes after the word чем or нежели. In this case, the second noun should be put in the genitive case. So, сестра красивее брата. Сосна выше березы. Сергей умнее своих коллег. You can't say Сергей умнее его коллег, but it sounds weird. Here better say своих, because it is one sentence, one part. Сегодня теплее, чем вчера. Here we cannot drop чем because the word вчера is not declined. And with nouns which are not declined, we can't do it. As for compound comparative, we can't drop чем or нежели in such cases. And There is a compound comparative in Russian. It is a lazy way to compare things, and it is much less common. Here we use the words более, more, or менее, less, plus a positive adjective. And the adjective here is declined, so it can be declined as to genders and numbers. Let's take a look at the examples. Более трудный урок. A more difficult class, lesson. Более интересная книга. A more interesting book. Менее удобное кресло. Less comfortable chair. Менее дорогие квартиры. Less expensive apartments. Do not forget that the adjective depends on the noun. So the form of the adjective depends on the noun. What gender the noun is and what number the noun is. Here, masculine singular, feminine singular, neutral singular, and feminine plural. Anyway, plural. The compound comparative can be used with short adjectives. For example, we can say «Эта книга более интересна». This book is more interesting. Интересно instead of интересная. The compound comparative can be used with practically any adjective. But there are exceptions. Хороший, плохой, маленький, большой. With them, we should use the simple form. Хороший – лучше, плохой – хуже, маленький – меньше, большой – больше. Do not forget that when we deal with compound comparative, we cannot drop the word чем, than, or нежели. We cannot drop it, while in simple comparative we can. Сестра красивее брата. The sister is more beautiful than the brother. You can drop чем. You can't say «Эта книга более интересная той». No. Эта книга более интересная, чем та. Сегодняшняя прогулка более увлекательная, чем вчерашняя. And you can't say сегодняшняя прогулка более увлекательная вчерашней. Do not drop чем when you deal with compound comparative. Okay, that's it. I hope that you liked this video and it was useful for you. If you enjoyed watching it, do not forget to press the button, like it, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Happy Russian and English practice! Bye!